Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the pros and cons for living on site with your horses, especially if you're running your own business from site. So I have wanted my own equestrian site for the last 21 years, and it was always a dream. It was always the dream to live on site, and you always think it's going to be fluffy and happy and all of those things that you dream of. But obviously there are implications that mean that you are on site with your business and you're on site with the horses, which means that you're on call all the time. Now this week, one thing I really wanted to talk to you about was the issues that we've been having with the grass here on site. So the grass here is very different to what it was back in Leicestershire. And the horses have really struggled with it because we're obviously near the sea. There is an implication to how the grass tastes. So the grass tastes very different to them because we're 2 miles from the sea, and the salt water comes across in the air and obviously makes the grass taste differently. But also there's a huge element of gas in this grass. I think because this was unused for so long, the grass is very, very rich. And what you can see behind is how we've allowed the fields to get really really muddy, and for the grass to grow, for the grass to go. We're not really interested in having lush pastures for our horses. The more minimal the better, and then I can upfeed with my hay. So one of the ways that I manage laminitis and weight is because I feed my horses a very, very basic diet of hay and Equigel. And Equigel came about into my life when we had the really bad colic with Harry for 4 days. So the hydrogel that is part of that company is something that we used at that time that was recommended by the vet to try and get water into him, which was the thing that really changed that life and death situation. And I'm forever grateful to the company for producing such an amazing product. But this weekend we've had one more colic, and that's our little pony Buster, who I'll put a little picture in here of. And Buster's a Shetland that we've had with us since he was 11, and I've had him about 7 years, so he's about 18 now. And I noticed over the last couple of days that he was walking not quite as fluently as he could. He was a bit stiff through his body, and his demeanour was not the same as normal, because we used to have a nickname for him where we were before. I'm not going to tell you what it is. And he would always catch us out when we were opening gates, and we'd end up chasing him across fields. So we've got this little nickname for him. And it stuck. It really did stick. But when he's not his usual self, and he's a little bit off colour, then we know that he's not right. And what I've done is I've taken him out of the herd this week, because on Thursday night when we came out to do our checks, and when you go home, when you've got animals on site, and then you perhaps go back to your house, and maybe you don't live on site, what happens is you leave your horses behind, you go home, and that's it. But when you're on site, you're always popping your head out, making sure they're okay, and you never really switch off. So we popped out about 6:30 on Thursday evening last week, and he was not well, and he was laid down, and he'd been rolling, and so we got him straight out, and I tried to give him the Equigel, and he wasn't interested, and so I needed to get some hydrate and try and get some of the liquid in him, because obviously what happens is when they have a colic, if it's a spasmodic colic. It's just like the gas and the cramping that they get. And I called, I didn't call the vet out actually on Thursday night. I left it on Thursday night and called her out on Friday to try and get some pain relief in him. We managed to get some pain relief in him. That's Mia walking past. We managed to get some pain relief in him, but not. There was no real benefits on Friday, so obviously I needed to get some vet advice, and then I went and got some hydrate as well from Equidiet. So this is now Tuesday of the following week, and yesterday he was ill again, and I'm not 100% convinced that it is all colic, but we did have the rain and the sun yesterday, and so therefore I'm thinking, you know, could it have been the difference in the temperatures? And you know, we've noticed that a lot more here. We really didn't have any issues at all with ponies, any colicking, apart from Diamond. We didn't really have any issues at all back in Leicestershire, but here we seem to have really struggled really with this grass. So the fact that our paddocks are a bit churned up for me is good, because I want to create a turnout paddock that's got no grass on it, and I can just feed what they actually need of hay. And the less grass they have, in my opinion, you know, the better. I think there has to be a balance, but I don't want a lot of lush grass. It really could do with, you know, some sheep on it to try and get it down a little bit, and just try and balance it out a little bit so it's not too lush. Because when it does come through, it does come through quite aggressive, really. So I just really wanted to say that we're going to be monitoring Buster for at least another week, and I've put him to roam with Star, so along the walkways we've got here.
Evening everyone, just taking advantage of the 28th of February this year, where we've got the 7 planets aligning. I think it happened last night and tonight. Earlier on it was crystal clear, but the fog's starting to come in off the sea. So apologies for the throat as well, but we have been able to see, we can't see Uranus, however we can see Jupiter and Mars. So there's Jupiter.
We get a really good view here of the planets, don't we? We get some lovely views of the stars.
And I don't know whether you can track up with me, but Mars is up there, look, just above.
Yeah.
And I did find Mars earlier on, but it's a little bit difficult now with the way the fog's coming in. It's difficult to see whether the camera will pick that up.
What's this one at the top here, right up here?
That one, that's Jupiter.
And no good. Oh, is that the one straight in front of us?
Yeah, that's the one straight in front. But down to the right of that, we can't see it with our eye. Uranus is further away. So they've been aligned, so obviously you've got 1, 2, 3.
Try and be slow.
Sorry, there's Mars.
Now come back down slowly. So you can see the alignment. There you go. There's the second one, and again, slowly again. And then you get Uranus. Yeah, look at that. It's brilliant. Can you see any more? Is there any more?
It's dropped down behind the stable, because obviously we were out here earlier on when it was crystal clear. It's a beautiful night. It's just a shame that mist is coming in. You see that, the red planet?
Yeah.
I absolutely love this app. This is the Sky View app. If you are interested in what's happening in the night sky, I would recommend this app. The other night when we had the dark moon, was it the black moon, babe? I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, it was the black moon.
That was fascinating to see that.
Yeah, because we dropped the camera right down to the ground, didn't we? And then what we could see was the moon, like almost like under our feet. So it was really good. There you go. I mean, there's a good.
I mean, there's Mars, and it sits in. Is it? What's the star sign with the twins? I'm sure that's the twins. Maybe you can tell us in the comments. But it's fascinating to watch. So hopefully, if I get a little bit better with the telescope, we'll do another one on a clear night.
Okay. Just a quick update to end this video. I wanted to update you how Buster was. He was here a minute ago and now he's gone, but he's over the worst, and I just wanted to let you know that we've had lots of people contact us and ask us how he is, and I'd like to say that we are fingers crossed he's over the worst, and in the next few days hopefully he'll be back to his cheeky self. Thanks for watching this video. If you could like and subscribe to our video, that would really help us, and we'll see you next time.